Welcome to the September 2025 FO exclusive. Last month, we covered Donald Trump's assault on the federal government, dramatically deteriorating US economic governance, and the story of Alaska and Washington, D.C. summits. So those of you who want to watch all of these three segments, you can go on YouTube. You can access our analysis there. This month, Carle and I, and Glenn is a retired CIA officer, my partner in crime, a senior partner at FOI. This month, Glenn and I have been struggling to decide what to cover. A lot has happened this month. US President Donald Trump has addressed the United Nations, where the escalator stopped and the teleprompter did not work. He told us very kindly so. He claimed credit for ending 7 wars, called climate change a con job, and blamed the UN for not helping or even calling him, leave aside achieving its potential. Now, the American president is damning climate change at a time when the Arctic sea route is starting to take off. As those of you who watch us and read the news know, the Houthis have choked traffic through the Suez Canal and the Bab-el-Mandeb, that sea route that comes down from the Suez, goes through the Red Sea, and then that strait, Bab-el-Mandeb Strait, and then on to India and beyond is, shall we say, hazardous. So many ships go around the Cape of Good Hope and Cape Agulhas, the southern tips of Africa. In 2024, 92 ships traveled the northern sea route, which hugs the Russian Arctic coast. In 2016, only 16 made this voyage. Or, sorry, I apologize. In 2016, only 19 made this voyage. So clearly the numbers are rising. They're not quite fivefold, but they're certainly getting there. Most of the ships taking this route are carrying Russian commodity exports, such as natural gas, which in any case is often extracted close to the Arctic coast. However, and this is pertinent, container ships or container shipping is also beginning to take off. So a journey from Ningbo in China to Felixstowe in the UK takes 18 days, less than half the time required to sail around Africa. The Northern Sea Route that British explorers dreamt about, and the Polar Silk Road that the Chinese currently dream about, is coming ever closer to reality. Now, speaking of China, China hosted a Victory Day parade to commemorate the 80th anniversary of the end of the Sino-Japanese War, which basically is regarded in Chinese eyes as the real end to World War II. And Xi Jinping, or Chinese President Xi Jinping, had 2 glamorous guests. One of them was Russian President Vladimir Putin. The other was North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. Immediately prior to the parade, which was very impressive, those of you who have time should watch it. It was apparently more impressive than most other parades, especially the parade Donald Trump organized. Anyway, before this parade, Xi hosted a summit of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, where Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi held Vladimir Putin by the hand and walked over to Xi. Talk about love. One hopes it's brotherly. Anyway, the photos of Xi, Putin, and Modi triggered quite a few headlines around the world, and commentary as well. Glenn's piece on SCO, the acronym for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, is on Fair Observer, and you should go ahead and read it. Trump and Health Secretary Robert Kennedy, going back to the US, linked Tylenol vaccines and autism. The Trump administration has announced a wide-ranging effort to study the causes of complex brain disorder. So I know what I can blame my brain fog and my lack of intelligence and even less ability on. It is Tylenol, ladies and gentlemen. We now know the answer. The Trump administration has also made the H-1B visa regime a lot tougher. Now, companies will have to pay $100,000 per year for such visa applications, even after the six-figure fee. There's no guarantee that the visa application will go through. It very well might be denied, and you may be $100,000 poorer, or the company may be $100,000 poorer. Currently, the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services issues 85,000 H-1B visas per year. So the H-1B visa program, which benefited Indians more than anyone else, is now gone as we know it. We predicted there would be a tightening of immigration as early as April 2024. And what we predicted at FOI is coming to be true. Now, when it comes to drama, there's of course drama nonstop happening in Europe, and we'll get into that in detail. But drama pertaining to Russia is quite interesting. Russian drones entered Polish and Romanian airspace. Russian MiG-31 fighter jets flew over Estonia for 12 minutes before NATO's Italian F-35 jets intercepted them. Oslo and Copenhagen airports closed for several hours because of drone sightings. Apparently, the drones swish their lights on and off. And when all of this is going on, gold prices rose above $3,500 a troy ounce for the first time. Google survived the biggest antitrust case since the iconic Microsoft case of the early 2000s. NVIDIA has invested big time in OpenAI. We could go on, but we'll stop because this is not a rundown of all the headlines. This is fundamentally an analysis of what we think are the most important issues of the month.
Join the conversation at Fair Observer and subscribe to our YouTube channel.